All right, guys, let's talk about Gunnar Henderson. The Orioles getting ready to take on the Rays for a interesting series beginning today.
What was your hashtag on the Orioles for the past couple?
Hashtag we are not done.
Right, and I don't think they're done yet either, and I'm going to go out here today and say they're a legitimate contender.
Say it.
To win
the whole thing.
The World Series.
There you go. They are.
But before we get there, I want to show you something that historically, and where I'm going to go with this. Let's put that board up, if you will. So let's look at the last 6 shortstops on World Series teams. And then look at this biscuit down here. Each shortstop started every game in postseason for World Series team. There's no defensive positional versatility, none of that conversation. And I might go out on a little bit of limb here because this is Gunnar Henderson. It's still early in his career as far as games played go. I'm grouping him in here with these guys. So if the Orioles have a chance to win the World Series, if they can win the World Series, I do believe once the playoffs start, Gunnar Henderson will play shortstop every day during the postseason. And if you're going to do that,
might as well do it now.
No defensive position other than shortstop for him this year. If you want to give him a day off and DH him, go ahead. Mateo play short, that's fine. But his defensive position, so he can work every single day, is at shortstop moving forward. So let's take a look at Gunnar Henderson, D-Row, and I want to show you some things that jumped out at me, and I hope you agree with me. Look, this dude's been throwing out some knocks lately and getting some hits. His first 40 games, not so good this year. His last 40 games, he's basically a 290 hitter, and he's got 11 big flies in those 40 games. And recently, and that's a triple. And Camden's not a triple yard down the right field line unless he gets caught up in the garage door. But left on left, I like the fact that he can stay in there. I know his splits are not as good when he's hitting off of right-handers, but he has the ability to throw knocks out there, and I think this kid's going to hit, and hit. But when he gets into this world of homers, look at this, D-Row. You can't teach this.
Come on. So, you can't.
Lucas, help me
either
out here a little bit.
Pop or you
Freeze
don't.
that, Lucas. So this ball is a first pitch. No, you're good. This was a first pitch. The Brew Crew just beat him a couple games, right? The Orioles were almost saying, why don't you sweep me? Why don't you sweep me? And the Brew Crew scored a couple runs early in that game. And then later in the game, the Orioles said, okay, you know what? You're not going to sweep us. But this right here, for a first pitch, to be up and away, borderline out of the strike zone, and for this big, strong donkey to be able to hit this thing down the left field line in Milwaukee for a homer is impressive. Play that, please.
He did it in Yankee Stadium a couple weeks ago.
Oh, it's in here. But you can't teach that, is my point. And then the Yankee Stadium one was all Severino right here. He misses this.
Complete.
So I understand it's Yankee Stadium, but when you can miss a pitch, and we're going to play a little game right here, D-Row. We're going to play a little game. Keep that frozen, Lucas, please. Where's that ball going? Where's the ball going?
Right center.
Do you think it's going right center?
Yeah.
Because I looked at this and I said, am I on the pipe or something? Because I think this was going to dead center. But look but look what he does to this, though. Go ahead, play it, please. Look, this is more.
Wow.
Does he get around that and hook it? Once again, it's one of those conversations that I have you can't teach. You can't teach this either. When you're starting to rattle the warehouse, you can't teach it. And my point right here on Arias, this is his first homer off the lefty, and that guy got face right there.
He got it right.
But when you go left, and you flick a ball 420 feet, you can't teach it. And when I say you can't teach it, you just run with it and let this dude play. So the question's going to be, can he play shortstop? So let's go ahead and put the shortstop reel up there. He came up last year a little bit, right? So he's in Cleveland, I believe this game was, yes. Look at this play he makes off of Rosario.
I remember all of this.
Watch Rosario's reaction. Really? Like Rosario can run and was sniffing a knock. And this little quick-footed move right here with a tracer. So he's starting to play a little bit more short. Like I said, the Orioles got him 9 out of the last 12 games he started at shortstop. So this is just kind of a smooth little slide. And I think when he has urgency on his throws, D-Row,
yes,
he makes the throws because there's urgency, right?
He's got to think about it. He's had a few throwing.
Tracer. This play right here has to be made at the big league level, and he makes it easy because there's urgency. This is the one right here the other day. He looked like he let up a little bit.
Yeah.
And he throws a little sinker. I don't want that anymore. I want this boring, routine play that he should be working on every single day the rest of the year. This dude needs to be out there every single day. If they let him do this, and he treats these with that same rhythm and that same sense of urgency right there, I'm telling you, they're going to be in contention. They've got enough players that can play multiple positions. But if I got this, I can't teach it donkey that I think is going to hit me 25 to 30 home runs a year. There's no reason to think he can't play shortstop for the next 6, 8, 10 years in Baltimore.
And it's funny because I watch him in that Orioles uniform. Your brother changed everybody's mindset about a big donkey playing shortstop.
Well, here was the deal. Earl Weaver put him over there because they were thinking about sending him down. When Junior came up, I think he went 6 for 53 or 6 for something like that to start the year. And he went 3 for 5 opening day with a homer.
Wow.
So then he goes like 3 for like 50 or something. And people were clamoring to send him back to the Rochester. And Earl says, no, I got a dude that can play. I know he's going to play. And I like to be able to pencil in a name at shortstop every single day. Because, by the way, I got a guy at first base I can do the exact same. Yeah. And I'm going to hit him 3-4, and we're going to be good for a while.